Bitcoin, we start with 1 hour chart. Okay, if we refer to our analysis, when the price was here, we mentioned if we want to look for the next trade, the only way is we will wait for the correction. As you can see, the price was correcting here and drop. This is where we could see the price is going to drop. All right, if we refer to our analysis, this is where we should know and we should start to manage our trade. As we can see, based on 15 minutes, when we put this one relative to each other, we can see the start of the divergence. That's why if anyone wants to look for, to start to manage, this is where they should before they get this. Okay, by the way, now we want to see whether this is the one is going to drop or become more complex correction or a start of the continuation, and how we can trade it. This is what I want to say. Okay, in this case, first we start with the higher time frame. We want to see what we have been looking for, and if we refer to daily chart, we have been looking for this correction. We want to see whether this one can break the top, and what we're expecting. If there is a continuation, we want the price to tag to what we're expecting is 73. Okay, now if I move to forward chart, you want to see how we are looking for the chart. Based on forward chart, this is what we have been looking for. We want to see whether this one is the start of the up move, or this one can turn to a move similar to this for one more drop. That means this one can turn more complex correction before we get the next move, because we put this one in relative to this. But right now, if there is a continuation, or even if we get any trade setup, if the price tag this trend line, if we see there is a no continuation, is like cannot break, we should be aware that the price can give us one more drop, because then we will have the internal flat in relative to this and this. Okay, now we want to see how we can trade it based on forward chart. We don't have any trade setup, and we move to 1 hour chart. Okay, as you can see, based on 1 hour chart, where we get the correction is near to the trend line. For me, if I want to look for trade, I prefer this one to give us one move up, one move down, become turn to a flat. It depends how deep it can go. Then from there, I need to see whether I can get trade set up within this range, for example, based on lower time frame, or I can have an only entry above the top. Okay, but how about if the price continue from here? It depends on the traders. And for me right now, I cannot say I look for buy or not. I need to see how this move is, because if I move to 15 minutes, do I have any trade set up there? No. Okay, the only thing is that if I want to trade, having a trade above the top. But the question is, how about if I price easily tag and reverse? Okay, in terms of the risk and reward, because what we're looking for the breakout of the top, this trend line. By the way, if anyone is going to trade from what we have here, as long as the price tag this trend line, we see is not moving, we should start take out the trade or move over stop loss to break even. Okay, now we want to see whether we can get any trade set up from here or not. And how about if this one turn to a correction for one more drop? We need to be careful if we want to get any trades for buy from here. By the way, we just follow the chart. If I see any update, I will share. Thanks.